Yeah, it was on, and they aired it like Sundays at 7:30.
Against 60 Minutes, which I don't know if all you know, that held the #1 spot for like 20 years at the time.
Yeah.
And that was like back when people only had like one TV set.
Yeah.
So it's like, Dad, can we watch? No, we're watching 60 Minutes.
I've hosted this guest so many times, so do you want to hear his story from me? Because I could probably tell it pretty well, probably not as good as him, so I should probably forget out all that fun stuff. What we're going to do is, no. I will report you to the union. Get out of here. What is this? It's
You're really going to clean up this business, aren't you?
That's I'm finished. All right, thanks for coming, everybody.
All right, thank you. A round of applause for our
Detailing as well.
A round of applause for our custodial service, everyone. They're working really hard to make this the cleanest convention possible. All right, me too. Get back, hold up. Well, I'm gonna do your introduction because you got. I guarantee. I will say something that they don't know you were in because your career is pretty eclectic and awesome.
Okay.
So, all right. He is an actor, we can agree with that, whose body of work includes, but absolutely not limited to, and make some noise if I mention something you like, because there's a lot to like. Full House, Boy Meets World, The Munsters Today, all right, Fairly Odd Parents, G.I. Joe Renegades, Peter Pan and the Pirates. Ooh, y'all got good taste. All right. Extreme Ghostbusters. Goof Troop and the Goofy Movies.
Just Goofy movies.
Just Goofy Movies. That's right.
Different actor. In the Goofy.
I thought you did season 3.
No,
that was her. That was Dan. Okay, I thought that was. My bad. All right, I'm gonna remember. I think I copied it. I think I cut pasted this role. But okay, that's right. The Goofy Movies. Yes. And the highly undervalued, incredible series, Eerie, Indiana. Yes! This is now an Eerie, Indiana panel! Omri, get up here! Actually, we may do that. We may actually do that. Get up here!
Omri Katz, everybody.
We'll be talking with him with the kids in the next hour and stuff like that. So, great.
Crashing the party.
Shut up, party. Sorry. All right. Let's. You know what? Let's do this. Let's have a little conversation about Eerie, and then we can jump in, just take the questions and all that fun stuff. Does that work?
I love it.
All right. That sounds cool. You want to sit down so we get microphones? Or you want to project? Well, no. We got to do it so we can get the internet. So we got to talk through microphones.
I will share this one.
You want to share this? Oh, here. How about
yeah.
how about that? It's about your height, so you're good.
How?
I'm short too.
Is this on? Okay, cool. I feel like Bob Barker.
That's right. The actual retail price is.
The price is wrong, Bob.
Touch the. Don't touch the models.
No, yeah, he learned that. So really good. All right. Well, this is fun because we've been talking about this for a long time. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. For those who don't know, Eerie, Indiana was a show. Fox.
NBC.
Oh, was it?
Sorry, Fox SBC.
Fox, CBS, NBC. It's all the same company
NBC.
now. It's all
NBC.
He's right.
NBC.
WNBC.
NBC. It was, boy, how do you say? It's like Twin Peaks funneled through proto Goosebumps.
Yeah.
I always said kind of like Tom Sawyer meets Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Little Twilight Zone-ish.
Yeah.
Kind of series.
Weird.
A couple of kids moved to this city, Eerie, Indiana, where the center of weird in the entire universe, and it seems normal to everyone else except to Omri's character and Justin.
Yes.
And it's really cool. I think it's on. What platform is it on now? Does anyone know?
I thought I saw it was on Prime for a minute and Freevee. Highly recommend.
It's
if
really
anybody
fun
has
to check
it's
out.
fun. Yeah, it's just a fun show.
It's only a season and a half. You can get through it real quick, and some great guest star actors, great directors. Joe Dante,
great writers.
Co-creator of the show, right?
Co-creator of the show.
Yeah.
Joe Dante from Gremlins and Inner Space and Matinee. It was part of it. It was a lot of fun. Then they brought me in the last 6 episodes, which was probably what killed the show. But
his day rate was too high, so they couldn't afford him.
No.
But it's definitely worth checking out. It's a lot of fun. Very ahead of its time. I often said that if the streaming world had existed now, it would have caught on.
Yeah, it was on. They aired it like Sundays at 7:30.
Against 60 Minutes,
Yeah.
which I don't know if all you know, that held the #1 spot for like 20 years at the time.
Yeah.
And that was like back when people only had like one TV set.
Yeah.
So it was like, Dad, can we watch? No, we're watching 60 Minutes.
And Fox, on the other hand, they were just developing their stuff too. Like Simpsons had been on, but Simpsons was a Sunday night show, so it was a lead-in. So the cards were stacked against it.
Yes, unfortunately. Wrong timing, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely too. But again, those death slots and everything else. So what? How did the roles come about for you guys? So how did Eerie come about for you?
Yeah.
Obviously, auditioning process, long and brutal, to be honest. I feel like there was, I don't know, like 500 people competing for that thing, including Jason. So sorry, pal. I know I'm a better actor. That's really what it comes to.
I didn't read for Marshall.
Oh, well, never mind.
No.
You read?
I didn't get that call.
Never mind.
No.
So I didn't beat you.
Nope.
I apologize.
Nope.
For the wrong statement.
It's a good thing I didn't audition because it might have worked. I don't know. No,
you
would have earned
probably. He is a better actor. I'm just jealous. But yeah, no, it went from like 500 dwindled down till it was like 3 of us. It was Jonathan Brandis, another great actor.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Me, and I don't remember the third person. And then the next day, I got that call. It was like, "Hey, you landed the part." I was like, "Yes," because I was so stoked on reading the pilot, and that was a Tupperware episode where these people preserve themselves in Tupperware and they stay youthful, and it's really awesome.
This mom has kept her twin sons in this Tupperware thing, so they've been 9 years old for 30 years.
Yeah, so they're really 40.
Yeah, but they had this. They look like kids from Gary Larson's Far Side cartoon.
Yes.
Yeah, they're kind of chubby with the glasses and like the 50s style buzz cut, and they're just completely unemotional. You know, it's like they're the comedy version of the twin girls from The Shining.
Yes. Yes. Exactly, Pat.
So and other just throwaway gags too, like, like during garbage day, something goes to the garbage, but it's not a raccoon, it's Bigfoot. Yeah. And it shows a scene of the Bigfoot going through and grabbing old pizza and it's perfectly normal in this town.
Yeah, Elvis lives in the town too.
Elvis lives in the town, and there was an episode where like, where does that one sock go when you wash it? There's like an area of lost things. So it had a lot of like kind of Goonie adventure kind of episodes too. It was really cool. I highly recommend you watch it. I wouldn't push stuff that we're in unless I could vouch for it. It's worth it.
Yes, agreed. Concur.
Absolutely, that's a concurrence. This way too. What was the craziest day on that set? Because with all that stuff going on, I mean, there must have been some doozies of days.
Oh, it was all just a lot of fun, man.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, every week was a new adventure, new sets, elaborate, crazy, expensive sets. Yeah. That another reason why it might have not made it. They put money into it. Yeah. Yes. Production value was amazing. You felt the energy of everybody's creativity. You know, Joe is always enthusiastic to work. He's like a big kid. Yeah.
John Astin was also brought on the series. This season I was in. John Astin, the original Gomez Addams. So sharing.
What was he? The
new Mr. Radford.
Yeah, the milkshake guy.
Yeah, he ran the was it the World of Stuff?
The World of Stuff,
which was like a diner where you can go get a soda pop and buy a shrunken head if you want.
Yeah. And John Astin is a dynamo. Yes, that guy is he really is that energetic sort of like, oh, hey, how you doing? How are you? Yeah. We're doing the scene together. Oh, this will be fantastic. Oh, this is great. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, your lace is short that way. You know how that orange, he just goes and goes and goes and
I
goes.
I would read the script and I would imagine what he would say as Mr. Radford, and what he would do on set would be completely different than I ever expected. Just like it was a great acting lesson. And also like the show I did before that, The Munsters, it was a sitcom, so it was traditional multi-camera. This was single camera, so it was shot like a movie. So it was a very different pace. It felt a little bit more rich, a little edgier. It was one of the most favorite things I ever did, and you got to work John Shook on that. friendship with this guy too, which is
Here we
awesome.
are.
Here we are again.
35 years,
years
something
later.
like that. Crazy.
Yeah, I know. And as far as the Hocus Pocus, they're both in Hocus Pocus, but he was recording in the booth with the cat and everything else. That's why I asked him to split this up too. I was just like, because I've hosted you guys all before, and it's always weird. So, what's your favorite point? He goes, well, I wasn't on the set. I was recording. They roped me in to do the cat, and so
It's like when I do a panel with everybody, it's like going to a high school reunion, but I only went to the school for like a day.
Great analogy. It's exactly like that. Oh, you graduated that class too?
I was there. Don't you remember Mrs. Murphy's class?
you're like the guy in summer school that went to the bathroom the whole time. Where you been for 6 weeks? The bathroom.
Yes.
So where you been? Oh, so too. You guys did Eerie, and it rarely comes on up. But what's the best memory you took from Eerie?
There's a swirl of them going through my brain. I mean, I think sharing. So I did an episode with Rene Auberjonois. Do y'all know who he is? Rene Auberjonois has been
Odo from Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Most notably, yeah.
Or The Practice, or Benson, depending on your age bracket. Yeah.
Some Robert Altman movies. He so great, and I knew who he was. And he plays the devil in this one episode. The devil comes around and gives contracts to people and takes their souls and turns them into zombies. It's pretty cool. And we're just sitting there setting up a shot, and a lot of time on set, they call it hurry up and wait, because you're just kind of sitting there, they're measuring the lenses, doing the lights, and I'm just starting humming, the song from Little Mermaid, the chef, les poissons, and, entertaining myself, and Rene Auberjonois standing behind me, he's like, why are you singing that? And I went, it's from Little Mermaid, like, you idiot. And he's like, I know, I sang that song, that was me. And then we sang it together. And it was fucking awesome. It was great. I worked with him several times after that, and what a privilege. And he's,
It's kind of amazing how it reaches, because the one time I got to host him when I did this early on, I was like, okay, I've heard this rumor about you. And I said, like, okay, so in The Patriot, you played the parson. And as I understand it, in the casting early on, they said, what we're looking for is a Father Mulcahy type. Are you familiar with that? And then you told them, like, you do know I created that role, right? And he was like, yes, that is exactly what happened. I told them on the phone, I created that character. There was a movie before a TV series. Oh, well, that's great. All that stuff, but really sweet, man.
very sweet.
Yeah,
And somewhere we're doing a cartoon together, and he was doodling on the script, and he just drew a bucket with like fluid in it, and just wrote Odo on it, and it was like a self-portrait of his character from Deep Space Nine, because his character could turn into liquid, and I have it somewhere. I should sell that to the Star Trek Smithsonian or something.
That's my self-published or whatever.
You have a favorite memory from Eerie?
I mean, it was all just one. I got to say, the most fun project I got to work on in my short-lived career. But it was
before you started your weed career, so you should remember most of it, right?
Nah, it's a little dated back. Yeah, sorry. You are?
Hi, I'm Got Matarazzo. You see me in Stranger Things.
He has a dispensary business. That's what we call it now.
Yes.
Yeah, the old green stuff.
But before that, it was just a lot of
Any
research.
kids here?
Yes. Right.
Research, yes, a lot of R&D. But no, it really was one great fun time. A lot of creative people. Every episode was crazy and fun and just new and different. It was like visiting a new amusement park every week. So, it was. Actually, I do have one fun memory for me. Not for the other person, but
well, they're not here, so play ball.
Yeah, might as well say it. Mary Margaret Humes, who played my mother, and she also played in many other things like History of the World, Mel Brooks' History of the World. Gorgeous gal. I had a huge crush on her.
But a crush on his mom.
I know. She was hot.
She was hot.
And so I just got my driver's permit, and she got a brand new car, and I was like, that's the car I want when I turn 16. She's like, do you want to drive it? I was like, yeah, I would love to. So we get in the car together, and, there's like the parking block in the spots. Yeah, and it's like a low sports car. So I put it in drive and I'm so sorry. She's like, it's okay. I'm just like, idiot. So yeah.
She'll never go out with me now.
She'll never go out with me now.
Yeah, that was a fun memory for me. Something that just I'll never forget. So
Broke the ice. My memory fails me. What came first, Eerie or Matinee?
Eerie.
Okay, so Eerie. So Eerie
think
probably
that's
led to
why.
Matinee.
Yeah, that's probably why Joe
liked
was
you.
like, you know what? I'll take you on to the next one.
Joe liked you a whole bunch.
Yes, I love that guy. Every time we see him, I think I saw him at GalaxyCon in Florida.
Yeah.
Like last year.
It wasn't in Florida, but yeah, it was
somewhere.
around. And he was supposed to be at our show, and he had but he's on the circuit now.
Yes.
Yeah, and he seems to be really enjoying it.
I think I just wore him out with my Gremlins questions. I just could not shut up about them. I still have it. I have my, like when movies came out, they'd have like a magazine companion to it at the newsstand, and I had the Gremlins. I still have it. I have Zach Galligan's autograph on it, and Dick Miller and Joe.
Dick Miller was on Eerie with us.
He was in, that's right, because Joe would use the same people often, didn't use me again. But
And that's
fine.
another reason why the show got canceled, because Jason wouldn't shut up about Gremlins
probably
questions.
right.
He's like, well, we can't fire him. Kill the show. Kill the show.
I did part 2, so people stop asking me about part 1.
I do have a fun memory about Joe Dante on Eerie, Indiana, and I love telling the story because it's also like big learning curve for me. Again, like doing a lot of sitcoms, you know, the jokes are written for you. You do it for an audience. If you screw up, it's fun for the audience. The audience is there to react. So you just kind of, you could stop and be like, that's a stupid thing I did. But when you do film, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to just keep going no matter what happens. So I'm doing this scene with Justin. We're tied up, the young actor who played Simon on the show. We're tied up and we're supposed to like wriggle our way to freedom and knock ourselves over and get up and escape. And in the scene, they roll camera, and I rock the chairs back and forth. I fall over, and my jacket, I have this long coat, gets caught, and I stop. I'm like, my jacket is stuck. And I just hear Joe Dante go, "Don't stop in the middle of a take." He was so annoyed with me. I was humiliated. And I learned, you gotta keep going.
Going. Improvise.
Improvise,
Yeah, I
yes.
was notorious for doing that as well.
Were you?
Like, something's wrong, and they're like, don't! Just keep going! It's like,
I'm glad it wasn't just me. Oh, good.
Not good.
But the pie was supposed to hit me in the
Yeah.
face. I was like, all right, what's going on here?
Yeah.
In here.
In here.
What, something's about to happen to me.
Line.
Rene
Line.
Aubergenois in the scene. We're doing this like fake commercial, and he's like, "Yeah, you could get all this for no money down." I'm supposed to hand him a bunch of money that he throws up in the air, no money down. But I couldn't pull it out fast enough. It just came out with like just one bill, and he kept going. He just instead of throwing up in the air, he tore it into 1,000 pieces and threw it up in the air. It was. I know we have someone here who wants to be an actor. Like absorb this. Like it's in film, stage, whatever. It's just better to keep going because magic happens.
Absolutely.
One other fun story Renee told me was I was like, okay, so you did an episode of Wonder Woman, Linda Carter, which actually was Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, he did an episode of Wonder Woman. He played like the thief who sold stuff, but it takes place at a sci-fi convention, like a 70s sci-fi convention. So it's interesting to see like the proto convention at the time, and running around and Robbie the Robot's there, and so he hides in the Robbie the Robot costume.
As you do.
But the whole thing is, and I was joking, well, it's sort of a meta thing that now you're actually doing these things. Yeah, so I was like, what was that experience like? Well, I had never asked for an autograph before or since, but I did ask one of Linda Carter. It's like, oh, well, that's wonderful. It's like I had it off. She had some there just for people who routed through. So, and she was like, who's trying to make it out to? It's for my nephew. I was like, oh, okay, what's his name? Renee. just named after me. And he was like, I can't believe I'm telling this story.
That's great.
See, we fans, we can all be fangirl at any moment. Drop of a hat.
Yeah, you absolutely never know.
You talk with a lot of people. I mean, this is your thing. And is there anyone that you like flubbed your way through a show because you're so fanned out about it?
Well, the first time I hosted Shatner.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm honored. Honored. Thank you, Patty.
The second time that he got fangirled.
Another time other than me.
The first time when we were doing the virtuals, that's how we got really tight. When COVID shut down, I worked for a company called GalaxyCon Live, and what we were doing like these things all weekend and stuff. Welcome to GalaxyCon Live, bringing the convention experience to you. Today we're going back to Eerie, Indiana, with 2 cast members and blah blah. So that was intimidating because he doesn't work with hosts or moderators. You are told you introduce him and he's going to come in that way, which means you leave that way, and that's nothing. It's nothing. It's just that he has his ways.
Please,
he's been doing, and we owe conventions to him. If he hadn't been doing the Star Trek conventions with his castmates in the early 70s, we wouldn't be here today at these events.
Sure.
So that's absolutely. But yeah, that was the one I was a little like nervous going into, and I was on the computer, so that was the one. And there have been some that I've been starstruck for, and after a while you get a little things away too. But if I ever get an opportunity to sit with Tom Baker, the 4th Doctor Who, I will be all, I love you,
And he starts speaking back in the same language. He's like,
yes, I know. Oh, I love you too. It's another one of those. It's another one of those fanboy moderators.
And they lived happily ever after.
But you guys, both of you have worked with absolutely some tremendous. I was going to say, you got to work with John Shook, an actor who I thought was very undervalued. No, he really was, and I was so glad he was able to do that for a while. And now he did theater for a bit, but yeah, you got to do Monsters with him.
John Shook also, a part of Altman's collective.
Yeah.
But he played Herman Munster in The Munsters Today, and he was in Star Trek. He did a lot of Star Treks and stuff. He hated doing The Munsters Today. He straight up told me. He just hated it. He's like, that's the one job I did for money. He didn't like the process. Our producer, they clashed all the time. He was wearing these giant, the Frankenstein shoes.
Flats.
And the making but I mean, he wasn't miserable to work with. He could have fooled me.
And the Frankenstein shoes were never meant to be seen. They were never meant to be on. Even when Karloff wore them, it's like they were never meant. It was just a platform shoes to make them look taller. They were never meant to be seen on camera. And if you watch the original movie, it's like that. But in all the promo shots, you'll see him, and obviously he's wearing like the tall heels and stuff like that.
Fred Gwynne. I mean, I remember seeing, I guess in the TV when Fred Gwynne did it, they probably couldn't help but see it because a lot of comedy and all the wide shots.
It became sort of entrenched that that's the shoes that he wears. Like, but why? So
yeah, it's almost iconic to the character. Like
you
can't have Frankenstein without plats now.
Yeah.
And it turned into like a stylish icon. I've seen been to many a goth club in my day where I saw them just walking around recreational shoes. Yeah.
Let me throw this out. This is always a fun one. You guys have been down the convention circuit for a while. What was your first convention experience like? Do you remember
what was or just
like when you were like, hey, do you want to do a signing event? Did you want to come on out? I mean, what was it like? And it's like to be like, wait, people want to meet me? What
Was 90s Con your first one?
No, actually, Monster Mania in New Jersey was not New Jersey. They did it in Pennsylvania. It's typically in New Jersey. I'd been asked from a few different agents. I think I'd even spoken already to Jason and Vanessa. And maybe GalaxyCon might have been my first, the virtual thing that we did. So that kind of was like an introduction. But then Danielle Harris, another brilliant, great, talented, wonderful person, who she told me, she's like, man, you are sought after. Like, you should try one, see what you got to lose. And I was kind of in the cannabis biz and, kind of living under a rock and staying under the radar. And I didn't really want to be in the public eye, but I was like, you know what? I'll give it a chance. Let's see what happens. And I had a great experience. And then we started talking more and was introduced to our representation. And all the boxes were checked, and now I'm stoked.
And however, I am starved for attention and love
ego here
experiences. I was like, you and Vinny should totally join us because people, you would love it. People would love you. And I missed you guys because I moved to Nashville, Tennessee. I don't see anybody anymore, The first one I did, I think I invited myself. I did. It was a Star Trek convention, and I was like, I want to be part of this. I did. I heard all you have to do is like one episode, doesn't matter, and you can go. You can go. I had to pay my own way to go. It was in Vegas. It was fun.
You went to the Vegas one.
Correct. It
Oh,
was,
okay, yeah.
What's the name of that company?
Creation.
Yeah. Had a great relationship with the guy. The offices were in like Pasadena. I went in there and I had a blast. Met a lot of cool people and then as I would go to San Diego Comic-Con.
That's where I met Tiffany. Was at the Vegas Trek show.
Oh, okay, all right, makes sense. I think I did Static Shock, this cartoon I did with Phil Lamar, and they brought us to San Diego Comic-Con. It was my first time there. I didn't do any signing or anything. We just there. I was like, wow, this is kind of fun, and I didn't realize there was a whole business.
A junket appearance.
Yeah.
I suppose, like San Diego and some is New York Comic Con, it's like they bring you in to talk about the thing. And,
Correct.
But actually like doing, as you guys are here to this weekend in this capacity, that's kind of your own hustle.
Yeah, indeed. And then before we had representation, I actually, because it's different than like theatrical acting. It's like it's a little bit wild west. So I made like a spreadsheet of all the cons that I wanted to go to, and just cold emailed them. I think I even made up like a fake secretary for them to write me back, and just got my foot in the door there. And met some great representation. Now we're rep by Celebworks, and they're great. They took good care of us. And
Okay, now I got a picture of you. You have a landline in your place early on, and it rings. So this is like, Jason Marsden's office. Can you hold, please? And then you let it sit for a second, make it seem like
He's very busy right now. Hold on, let me see if there's a minute for you.
Yeah, the privilege.
yes. All right, this is Marsden. Make it quick.
Mr. Master Marsden, as soon as you're done with your massage, Spielberg's on the phone. Oh, did I say Spielberg? No, it's Poughkeepsie. I don't know.
Jason
No, it's
Marsden's
all for email.
office. Please hold.
I'll have you do it next time.
Jason Marsden's office, please hold.
Because you've always had, what's amazing about it is you got the Hocus Pocus connection, you got the Disney's connection, you got all these other like properties and everything on else and the Full House thing. So you're like a quad fandom like threat you got into. And by the way,
Fortunate, yeah.
he is the only actor in the world who has played Batman, Superman, and Robin.
What?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You should add that.
And
to
I'm the one that told him that.
They should put that in like some kind of like trivia type of game or something. Who is the only actor to play?
Yeah.
Is it A, Elijah Wood, B,
Gatton Matarazzo. Yeah, I played young Clark Kent in Superman. I played young Bruce Wayne a couple times. I played Robin in Brave and Bold, and I played Burt Ward in a movie of the week about
Return to the Batcave.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also,
but you actually got in the costume though.
I got to wear the costume. I got
Yeah.
to be in the outfit. I got to wear in the car. That's a lot of fun. It was very. It's on YouTube somewhere. It's very poor quality. Again, nobody saw it. I think it came on the same night as the SAG Awards.
It was very schizophrenic because the historical stuff with you and running around as Burt Ward, that stuff was good. But the weird modern stuff.
Yes.
Where they probably Frank and they were like acting like real villains. I thought that was.
I think
that was a
trying to play
choice I would not have made.
Yeah. It was a movie of the week based on Burton Adams' experiences while shooting Batman in the '60s, but to make it feel like the show, they go on a real adventure, a real heist.
And all his scenes are like flashbacks. Yeah. So those are actually pretty good. Yeah. Like all those like flashback scenes to make it are fun. All the stuff they use in modern day with the real Adam as a real Burt Ward running around doing stuff
Kinda
is
slow.
like it was like it's bizarre.
We want more
Watch that, it's fun.
flashback stuff.
Yes.
Anybody got any questions? And anything's on the table because just whatever anybody's got.
Breakfast.
All right. Wow, there's a really pretty girl out here. She got her hand raised, so I'll go and talk to her. Okay.
Please get her number if you could.
What? Hey, I saw her first. Hi, what's your name?
Remy,
Hi, Rabbi. What would you like to know?
why weren't you in Fuller House?
Hi, Remy, and happy birthday to you.
Yes. Yes. Happy birthday.
I would say I wasn't in. Does anyone know I was in Full House? Number one. Okay. Did anyone watch Fuller House? Did you recognize that episode where they brought Nelson back and it wasn't me? Yes. Okay. I'm sorry, but the answer is I had a date with Destiny. And that's
Literally, her name was Destiny.
Yes. And I was asked to do it through miscommunication. It just took a long time for them to solidify it, and I booked Dragon Con, which is a con in Atlanta, and I'd never been. I heard it's a good time. It's one of like the best, one of the most fun conventions out there. And I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I would have had to fly to Los Angeles, work on the show till Friday, fly back to Atlanta. I would have missed 2 days of Dragon Con. Or I could just stay in Nashville and drive 4 hours to Atlanta, get there early, check in my hotel, and have a good old time. And that's what I chose to do, and I'm glad I did, because if I didn't, I never would have met Miss Remy D, who came into the celebrity area dressed as Pee Wee Herman, riding a tricycle, and it turned out that was my thing. Yeah.
I never would have had you pegged as a tricycle man. Okay.
I like three wheels.
Pee-wee kind of guy.
All right. Well, you guys, first place, you get 2 pieces and a very happy birthday. Yeah. I described in your defense, I described Dragon Con. Dragon Con is not a convention. Dragon Con is like a geek version of Burning Man.
It's so true. Yeah.
If you ever, it's not centralized. It's the whole downtown area. It's Mardi Gras and Burning Man. What's that?
Have you been to Burning Man?
No, but my mom has.
Rad. I want to meet your mom.
My mom was there when it burned down early. My mom was there that weekend when the guy got.
I was there too.
Yeah, she was there. Yeah, she and some of her friends. She's been there a couple times.
That's when that first
crazy.
day that I was there. I actually thought, I was like, this has Burning Man vibes. Burning Man's this big party out in the desert, and it's. I think everyone on the planet needs to go to form your own opinion. Yeah, there's drugs and debauchery and whatnot, but there's art, and it's amazing to see what thousands of people bring to nothing.
Really everything, yeah.
Yeah, really everything.
The people bring the vibe.
Yeah, but there's these principles that it's not just a party, it's radical self-expression, radical self-reliance, gifting, decommodification, community, you know? And in Dragon Con, without having those principles listed, they just do it. Like everyone is so... Has anyone been to Dragon Con?
Okay, right.
Yes.
Did you cosplay?
Like thousands of people, man, and it takes up 5 hotels in Atlanta,
and they're all connected, and it is the best cosplay on the planet.
Best cosplay, and no.
Forget what they say about San Diego Comic-Con. Like the big traditional ones, you'll see cosplay, but you'll see whatever's hot like that year. At Dragon Con, you'll see crazy, insane deep cuts from all manner of pop culture. Like I saw 2 ladies going around as Lucy and Ethel with the candy thing between the 2 of them.
A lot of great creativity.
Yes,
and no menace. I felt you feel safe. You know, you're part of it feels like family. You know.
So, good question. Thank you for starting us off with. Okay, who's got? All right. Well, I've got 3. All right, so we'll go over here, and then you. So, hello, hi. What's your name again?
Jessica. So are there any bloopers that stick with you now, like within Hocus Pocus and all of your trajectory? Like, is there something specific that you think of and you're just like, oh my God, it takes me back and I remember specifically?
Do you have any blooper memories? Did they have a rap party where they showed?
It's your show, pal.
I'm just curious. I'm throwing it to you for a second. Did they have a rap party? Usually at rap parties, they have a gag reel they show to everyone. Did they do that?
I don't recall, but didn't I mention that story about Leslie Nielsen the other day?
Yes.
Yeah, that was one of the only real blooper. Well, I guess blooper while we filmed, right?
Leslie Nielsen was in Hocus Pocus?
No. Well, she said anything.
Oh, okay, anything.
Anything. But yeah, no, I did you guys know what Dancing with the Stars is, right? So back then there was Circus of the Stars. So we were doing circus acts. And we wrapped it up, everything was done, and we go to the rap party, whatever, and I meet Leslie Nielsen.
Y'all know who Leslie Nielsen is?
Naked Gun, Police Squad, and...
Color.
Yes. Yeah. surely you can't be serious.
Don't call me Shirley.
And he was the ringmaster of the circus. So at the rap party, I go to introduce myself. I'm like, man, big fan, love your work, I love your movies. I like idolizing this guy. And he's like, oh, cool, come over to the bar, let's have a conversation. So we're over there and we're just talking, and he's just like ripping the hugest farts. And he just keeps going like, I'm sorry, I think I ate something bad. This is really embarrassing. I'm like, it's okay. And in my mind, I'm like, this old man is disgusting. Like it's all like really loud and raunchy and flatulating, gnarly. And like 10 minutes into talking, I'm just being polite. He pulls out a whoop cushion, and he was just pulling a prank on me the whole time. And my dad's like sitting over there, like just laughing hysterically at the fact that I'm just falling for this trick. And then after the fact, I was just like,
And he was
memory.
Infamous for that. He would carry this thing around everywhere. And just be like, are you listening to Nelson? Yes, I'm listening to Nelson. Yeah. And yeah, so that was definitely his thing. Wow, Circus of the Stars.
You can see it on YouTube.
Yes.
Omri Katz in tights.
pink and teal.
Doing a...
Pink and teal
And that was a thing for
Trapeze,
long
Trapeze,
time.
yeah.
I scared the crap out of John Delancey from Star Trek because I asked him one time, oh yeah, so I watched your bit on Circus of the Stars. What? Is that no. The whole episode is there. He was like paranoid. This way, John Delancey from Q's Star Trek was on. He was like so scared. He was like so. Yeah, I did that. That was. He was like so. Like, don't tell anybody I did that. Oh, no, never.
It was a very short, I think they just did one episode. It was Magic of the Stars. So they would have actors come in, teach us to do like David Copperfield like things and perform it. It was a lot of fun. I wore these pants because magicians have to have leather pants for some reason.
He's just basically saying he hasn't grown since.
It's true. When I was 14. It was me and Donna D'Errico from Baywatch. I got to put swords. She fit her in a box and stuck swords into her. Yeah, that's also on YouTube somewhere. Yeah,
Very nice. Great question. Awesome. All right, and you had one for your show.
Hi. My question to you is, I always refer to you, at least for myself, as a staple of sitcoms and movies of the 90s.
Yes.
Is there a specific sitcom that if you had a magic wand that you wish you could have been part of?
Ghouls.
Yeah,
I'm
you
so
remember.
glad you asked me that question. Love being on the Ghouls channel.
They love you.
I absolutely love Family Ties. If I could have been on Family Ties, that would have been great. I loved Michael J. Fox, the short stature, amazingly talented human being. I think I definitely borrowed a lot of comic timing from him. Got to meet him when I was doing The Munsters. He was doing Back to the Future 2. And I was on set while they were shooting all the future sequences in Hill Valley on the hoverboards. I was there almost every day. I couldn't get enough. And he invited me to his trailer, took a picture, gave me some pointers and stuff. Yeah, I would love to have been on that show. Yeah.
Omri, was there a 90s show you would have loved to have been on? Yeah. Or any show in general?
Wow, never really thought about this question. Yeah.
Is there a show you like to watch?
I mean, back then I was kind of like into the, like A-Team, Chips, even like Matlock. I like Matlock.
Yeah.
I like those kind of shows, I guess. So, but like sitcom-wise, was there anything that really stood out? Maybe,
I could see on
maybe like
Married
Give
with
Me a
Children.
Break.
Oh, Give Me a Break? Yeah.
That would have been fun.
Sure.
Could have been the new boy at school.
The new Joey Lawrence.
Could have been whoa. Oh my gosh, Blossom.
Me too. Fun question. Thank you.
What you talking about, Louis?
Hello there. And you had one? Hi, what's your name?
Megan.
Megan, what do you want to know?
Well, that was like almost my question. So that's okay. So I'm going to change it up a little bit. And just kind of like, is there a role in general that like you might not be a character that you would normally play, but you would love to like give it a go?
Oh, wow. Wow. It's like out of my norm. I'm always like the fast-talking, arrogant guy. Those are so easy to play. I don't know, like a Commissioner Gordon, a detective, some serious. Yeah. Nothing like Daniel Day-Lewis. I can't go there. But cop detective. That'd be cool. Tiny cops. Tiny
I was about to
dicks.
say, we were just talking about that in the green room earlier.
Yeah.
The little man detective agency.
Tiny dicks. Get it? Because they call detectives dicks.
Jason was just mentioning he just worked on a project where he played a Italian mob boss.
Russian mob boss.
Oh, sorry, Russian mob boss. Yes, Victor or whatever.
Yes, Victor. Yes. Your dot Condor, I will get you and then your little dog too. I don't know. I can't remember what he said. Yeah, I wear a tracksuit. It's hilarious. Yeah, that was fun. Going to play heavy. Yeah.
All right, any role you...
No, but when I see roles, and I just kind of in my mind might be like, I wonder if I could pull that off, because things can be challenging, especially character play. But I don't know, you gotta, I guess, pick your strong points. And even though I haven't been in the business for a long time, and if I was to make a comeback, let's say, or something, I would just say, hey, thank you. Thank you very much.
Agreed.
Thank you, little paper boy.
You can play Elvis.
I could play Elvis. But I don't know. I'd like to do something that's fun, comedic, just kind of quick pace type of thing.
And we don't know anything about it. I know that they've greenlit a Hocus Pocus 3, and we have no idea who's in it or not, whatnot. But if they did bring Max back, how do you think you would approach it? Do you approach it differently than you did before? How do you think what kind of personality would he have now?
I think kind of like Charlie Rocket.
Yeah?
Yeah, just kind of play off my dad. Yeah, who played my dad in the original, and be like, he's quick like that. I think I would want to make it fun and funny and be kind of like a cheesy dad kind of dude.
Kind of like how he is now.
If I'm playing a dad, I don't know, but yeah, kind of like I am now. Yeah, just an extension of me.
Sounds good. All right, and we got one over here.
Got more questions.
Thanks for being here.
Hey, what's your name?
Lillian.
Hi, Lillian.
Hello, Lillian. Did
How
you get that
old?
tattoo? No? Okay. What's that?
How old when you started filming movies?
You were younger than me, man. How old were you when you started? 7?
First thing I did, which was some kind of infomercial something, I was 3 years old.
3.
But my career didn't start till 6.
Okay. I was 11 when I started.
Is that
Yeah.
something you're interested in?
Came to the show too late, pal. I stole your thunder.
I got my equity card at 36. Seriously, I did.
Never too late. Never too late.
No, absolutely. It's we got here's what I think we're gonna do. We're sort of kind of loose on going on, and if you want to bring the girls up, and we'll just kind of Omri, you want to hang, and you want to hang for that one, you're welcome to. And
Are you speaking English? What are you saying?
Hocus
saying
Pocus
this
panel.
It's I'm not gonna
Vanessa.
OMG.
Oh, is that happening
Yeah,
now?
no. We still got a little bit of time. So what we could do is, if you want to wrap up, or if you want to just hang like he's done, it's totally up to you.
Sure.
You're always invited,
fun.
Jason,
Yes.
to join us if you would like to.
Gee, thanks, guys.
But all I'll say, if he does hang, though, it's if you got questions for him about Goof Troop or something, ask him now, okay? So, or just save it all for Thackeray Pigs, okay, at the next man.
This gentleman had his hand raised. He seemed very interested in...
My question was, I was going to save it for the Hocus Pocus, but did anybody call you for Hocus Pocus 2 or for...
No.
I got a call. I just declined. I was like, yeah, I'm good. No, thanks.
I'm
no,
like, if Omri's not doing it, I'm not doing it.
That's,
No,
we boycotted.
David Kirshner, who created Hocus Pocus and American Tail and Chucky, he was pitching Hocus Pocus 2 for 10 years, and he wanted to bring everyone back, and they were only interested in Thora, and I don't know what was worked out, and you can ask Thora about that. I don't know if she even knows, but the story I heard is that she was busy. She booked something else, then became unavailable, and I'm the asshole that likes telling it like it is. But I read this in interviews that the creatives that were doing the sequel didn't want the original actors because they thought it'd be too distracting, which was just a weird thing to say, especially in the middle of the movie when you're watching Hocus Pocus 2, but in the movie they're watching Hocus Pocus 1. Because that seems like, okay, how's that not distracting? It's completely taking me out of the reality of this.
Yeah, how would we be distracting? Like, take the thunder away from the witches? Like, give me a break.
Which is impossible.
Yeah, I mean, if the cat came back, I understand, but me? let's be real here, folks.
I know, when if something that I've enjoyed, and they bring it back, I do want some sense of familiarity to it, and also, I mean, to be fair, I'm not being false modest about all of us, and not detrimental to you, but I mean, like, the witches are the draw. You know, I was happy just to see them, and Doug as Billy Butcherson, who just crushes. You know,
love Doug.
Would we like to be part of it? Absolutely. But when I heard it was being greenlit, I didn't have my hopes up. I'm like, anything can happen. They might get Chris Pratt to do the voice. Who knows?
I mean, you waited 300 years for a Academy.
That's right. I can wait another 300. Exactly.
The entertainment business is peculiar. Like I said, there's rumblings about a part 3, so perhaps they will learn from their mistakes.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah. Well, but stay tuned.
Let it be it if so, and if not, we continue on with our lives.
We'll still support it. And
absolutely.
And congratulations on finally getting a Funko Pop to be.
Yes.
I didn't realize what an honor it is until everybody started congratulating me. I was like, cool.
But the important thing is, if they do come back to the sequel, let's hope it's not like the fate of the original Star Wars characters, where they bring him back just to kill you off.
Yes. Max, I have a bone to pick with you.
It's like we just about to get that thing. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna go ahead and take we've got time for one last more, and then we'll kind of take a break, and then we'll start it up with the girls and whoever's gonna hang a lot of fun. All right, so got one more. Bring us home. What you got?
Mine's about the Goofy movie.
Yes.
I feel like I would have practiced the Goofy laugh a lot if I was on that movie, and I'm just wondering if you know how to do the Goofy laugh.
I do. I learned how to do it from my dad. I just kind of watched him do it. Yeah, that was not written. It wasn't written in the script. It was just me watching Bill do it, and there was a scene where Max, I think, through his anxiety of
Becoming goofy.
going through puberty and all that. If he laughed, I thought it'd be fun. Like, what if he accidentally yucks? It's like, oh, this is what he was dreaming about. Holy shit! And I just watched Bill just convulses. It's like naturally part of him. I just watched him do it. They liked it, and they kind of weaved it in. And at the very beginning, during Max's dream sequence, where he's out with Roxanne in this beautiful, white dress going through the field, and then he starts transforming into Goofy, and he starts to yuck. Half of it, the first half is me, and the last half is Bill. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just want to say, if you're a Goofy movie fan, there's a documentary that is doing the festival circuit that hopefully, I think it's going to be on Disney Plus next year. If you're a Goofy movie fan, you will love this movie. It is so good. There's behind the scenes footage I haven't even seen, of the character references for the dancers and Powerline, the actors, the performers that did it, that choreographed it. So good. A lot of scenes of our director, Kevin Lima, who had trunks of VHS tapes that he would, because they animated most of it in Paris, so he would record himself giving directions, storyboards, and sending it off to Paris, and he made it fun himself. You can tell why he's such a great director. So keep a lookout for that.
Have you ever in real life did the perfect cast dance?
Alone in my house. Trying not to throw my back out.
So, just to let you all know, we actually recorded all those times, and I am selling.
We have a special surprise
at my table. Come on by. Must be 18 and older to watch those.
Well, I of course I submitted my spec script for the Goofy movie, The Revenge of the Mime, where the mime who gets crushed by the piano lives, and he seeks revenge against Max and his father.
Perfect.
But I haven't heard. I do a new revision every year, and I send it in, and I just haven't heard anything. But I'm gonna keep trying for you.
I think that mime turned into a Terrifier. I think that's what happened. That's the canon I'm going for. Oh, wow. I'll tell David when we see him next time.
But headcanon is always fun, isn't it? All right. We'll take a break. What do you got in the horizon?
I did 3 movies in July, including that one where I was the Russian mobster. If you follow me on Instagram, that's at Jason Marsden. I don't have a blue check mark because I refuse to pay, but it is me, and I communicate mostly through there to fans. If you like direct questions, if you're sending me pictures of your TV and you're watching Hocus Pocus, that's great. Like 50 people already did that day. But I will communicate, and you can keep up to date with stuff that's going on. And this guy.
And this guy, so we already discussed, I have a cannabis business. It is still in the process of being launched, unfortunately. But that is kind of my main focus. I've got no plans to appear on any screens anytime soon, but who knows?
That.
Wishful thinking could change that.
Are you willing to entertain offers?
Always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Auditions,
Offers.
Not so much. Offers. Oh man.
Yes,
every
offers. Yeah, not auditions.
Yeah.
Just straight offers. Yeah.
New York Blood and Ink. This was the cast of Eerie, Indiana.
Thank you, guys.
You watched that whole video. Lucky you. You should subscribe to it or something. It makes you smart, like me. So have Fandom and follow your fun. Oh, and shut up and take my videos.